Hello guys, and welcome back to Diablo 3. We killed Magda last time, so this time we have to save Leah, who was captured by the Emperor, apparently. Or rather by Belial.
I have never seen anyone like that.
Who has the Imperial Guard under his control.
Captain Ravan, the conditions out here are deplorable. Something must be done to aid these people.
Ashira, the Emperor and my friend are in grave danger. I must gain entry into the palace.
I heard what you did at Qasim Outpost in Alcanis. You have my thanks, and you shall have my help. Captain Ravan, this man has vital information regarding the massacre in the Borderlands. We must see the Emperor at once.
Very well, but I don't think you'll find him receptive. Let them pass!
You can't treat me like this.
That was easy. Okay. So the gate is closed, but I think talking to her will get it opened.
Let's go. I'll lead you to the palace.
You are bold to have sought this audience with me. My guards tell me you were responsible for the massacre of innocent villagers in Alcanis.
No, that is not truth. Alcarnus fell by the hand of Magda, servant of Belial.
If you are innocent, then why do you have spies skulking through my sewers? Bring her in!
Let me go!
I detest violence. Guards, I leave this matter in your hands.
I knew you'd come for me.
We must go now, before more guards arrive.
Well, that was easy. City of Chaldeum. It's a little hard to actually hit the hitbox of that exit.
I will cover your escape.
Thank you. Now we need to get to the sewers. I'll explain why when we get there.
So I believe with my new weapon and the new mojo, fighting will be a little easier for a while. But don't think that my equipment will be overpowered for long. It will be strong for a while, but it will lose its edge very quickly.
Humans are blocking our way. We must destroy their summoning construct.
Well, I'm trying to, but my Spider Queen is not the most cooperative. That worked out though. Again, I have to remember that I can do this. Oh, that's cool.
There has to be a way into the sewers from here. This leads to the sewers.
Need more mana.
That's okay. I still have my Spider Queen, which can do some damage, and I just want to kill everyone here. I don't need to. As soon as the door opened, I could have gone out. So, anyway, now, the sewers of Chaldeum. Not an area of the game I really like, but...
I found my mother Adria. She's alive. But the Imperial Guard is holding her somewhere down here.
Do not worry. We will find your mother, and we will free her.
Well, it was kind of obvious that she was still alive.
So Magda was telling the truth. Somehow I knew my mother was alive. Always knew it.
You did not know your mother. Be wary, Leah. Things are not as they seem at times.
That's all of them.
With these guys you have to be careful because after their death they explode in kind of like a poison cloud, so it's easy to avoid, but if you stand in it, it does quite a lot of damage. So, new lore.
The accursed were created when a necrotic plague spread through Kyrgyzstan centuries ago. The infected watched in terror as their flesh blackened and died. The strongest medicines could not stop the decay. Eventually, they fell into a dormant state, and their bodies were piled up in dark and forgotten places where they could rest undisturbed.
You died!
So yeah, the fire bats are quite strong. I think as an AoE they're actually stronger than the Grasping Dead, even though of course they don't have the crowd control effect, which makes the Grasping Dead more useful in certain situations.
Adria should be up here.
This is the first time a girl's ever asked me to meet her mother.
Yeah. As I said though, I'm exploring fully, so I do now know where I have to go, and I'll go there later.
I overflow with blessings.
Wahey! I believe we have some peace and quiet here, so skills. Actually first inventory. Don't want that. Nah. Skills. Oh, I've gotten a passive skill and nothing else, apparently.
Sport like these?
Well, the skeletons don't start walking around and attacking people.
This seems interesting because it means I would be able to channel stuff like my bats longer. But I'm paying for it in health, so that's not too good. Okay, that one only works with poison damage, which would be my corpse spiders at the moment. I'll actually take Blood Ritual just to test it out, and if I find I'm taking too much damage from it, I'm just switching to something else.
There's quite an enemy over there. We are in for a fight. I never doubted us for a moment.
My exemplary servants. Keep the witch alive until she talks. Pain will loose her tongue, but only to a point. Remember what happened with the vizier's assistant? It was a pleasurable time, I admit, but the man had only incoherent babble and bloody strands of pus spilling from his lips by the end.
Interestingly enough, as you can see, I can channel my bats for a very long time now. And I'm not actually losing health, because apparently the regeneration covers it. So that's interesting, and quite good. Which means I might just keep the Blood Ritual for now. I would guess it depends on which skill I'm using. If I were to use very expensive skills, it would probably be more of a strain on my health, but as it is, since I'm not losing any health, I can keep using my fire bats without trouble. And if I do find that I'm taking too much pressure, like if enemies are hitting me too much basically, I can just stop using the fire bats, for example, and instead I will be getting the 2% life per second regeneration, which should be active at all times, even when I'm not channeling anything. So that'll help decrease the pressure, or rather it'll help give me a bit more health. Which makes that skill quite worthwhile, I think. and it's a lot more reliable to destroy bits of scenery with the fire bats than using the Spider Queen. Okay, let me see, I think that's it. So, let's go and find the wretched pit, where supposedly Adria is being kept. The wretched pit. Well, that was easy to find.
Tell us about the Black Soul Stone. We know of the 3 that the Horadrim used to trap the Primevals. What is the purpose of this one?
Your master Belial has good reason to fear it.
Leave her alone!
Seize them!
Okay, so from the looks of it, I could not hit them with an AoE while they were in their cloaked state, so... Oh well, Adria.
Leah, my daughter.
You know who I am?
My darling, I've watched over you all your life, but I never dared get close because of the danger that always shadows me.
We are still in danger. Let us go from this place.
Okay, firstly I'm checking out the area though. Just in case. It doesn't seem like there's very much here. Yeah. And conveniently we're given a town portal so we don't even have to press T ourselves. Oh, dialogue. Talk to me about missing pieces.
Sometimes I feel something different in you.
It is merely the consequence of seeing that which is not readily visible. I have accepted it.
We are both unusual to most, I think. I enjoy traveling with you for this reason.
Then you have my thanks. Although, perhaps you are right. I feel as though part of me still sleeps in a faraway realm.
Maybe you need more time.
That would be nice. But the feeling I have indicates that it is more unpleasant and complicated than that.
Fair enough. Why can't it ever be easy? Tyrell, talk to us about the destruction of Mount Ariat.
I heard that you were there 20 years ago when Mount Ariat was destroyed.
Baal, the Lord of Destruction, sought to enslave mankind to the power of hell by corrupting the sacred World Stone. Unthinkable though it was, I was forced to destroy it.
And much of the north with it.
Understand, friend, that entire worlds burned as heaven and hell fought over the World Stone. Ariat's destruction was regrettable. And, believe me, I paid a high cost as well.
Okay, the last 20 years.
What did you do after the World Stone was destroyed?
The resultant explosion dispersed the light and harmony of my angelic being. Without form or shape, I restored myself within the realm of pandemonium. It took me 20 of your years, but finally, I returned home to the high heavens.
You returned as a hero?
Hardly. Believing my actions had endangered creation, the Angiras Council put me, the Archangel of Justice, on trial. I knew then that heaven was doomed, unless I could enlist the aid of mankind against the coming onslaught of hell.
Alright, now, Adria. The pointless dialogues are out of the way. Tell us about the story.
I'm surprised Cain never told you why I left. He knew I was called to fight the Lords of Hell, and I knew he would keep you safe.
He's gone now.
Then it's fate that we have been reunited. Cain's work, your work, is my war.
According to the Horadric texts, only 2 evils remain. Belial is here in Chaldeum, and Asmodan has yet to reveal himself.
Interesting. Adria, tell us about Leah's birth.
Was it difficult to abandon Leah?
What? No, I never saw it that way. She grew up in safety, while I risked my life to find the key to our salvation.
It was the sacrifice that I had to make. In any case, Leah will meet her full potential under my guidance. Do you not have things to do?
Yes, for example, asking you about Adria and Cain.
How well did you know Cain?
For a time, during the darkening of Tristram, we spent many nights in the Tavern of the Rising Sun, discussing his Herodric texts and the varied arcana I'd collected during my travels.
Did you ever meet him again?
Only from afar. From time to time our paths would cross, and I would catch glimpses of Leah as she grew. It broke my heart that I could not reveal myself and raise her as my own.
And Adria's capture.
How did the Imperial Guard find you?
I was trying to steal out of the city. I'd returned to gather some things before setting out to recover Zoltan Kuhl's head, and the guards found me.
Fair enough. Now Leah.
The guards were asking you about this Black Soul Stone. I remember reading about it in Uncle's journal, but it didn't seem important.
No, but it is. It is the key to defeating evil forever. It was created by the mage Zoltan Kuhl to trap demonic souls.
Yes, he was a renegade Herodrim, dismembered by his brethren before he could activate the Soul Stone. His head was sealed away in the Dulgar Oasis.
We must retrieve it, because if we're to use the Soul Stone to defeat Belial and Azmodan, Zoltan Kuhl must live again.
We rescued Leah's mother, the witch Adria. She spoke of a black soul stone, an artifact that could be used to banish all evil from this world. I will find it and bring it back to her.
A thing called the Black Soul Stone probably has never ever brought good to the world. Okay, so I guess we could finish this episode with even more dialogue. Zoltan Kuhl.
Murderer, torturer, monster. These were the titles bestowed upon Zoltan Kuhl by the Herodrim. Though it cost them dearly, they killed the wizard for his crimes against nature and sealed his broken corpse within a shadow realm. It seems they were afraid he might return.
Adria, talk to us about the Mad Wizard.
Zoltan Kuhl, a legend. There is no doubt in my mind he is as powerful as the stories say. But for every bit of his genius, he was surely mad. He was obsessed with immortality and power.
A madman. We would do better to leave him asleep in the desert than to call on him for aid.
You have a better idea.
I do not. It is merely a warning.
Okay, Tyrell's warning.
Tyrell said not to trust Zoltan Kuhl. What do you think?
It will be dangerous, but you have faced great peril before. If Belial and Azmodan invade, you will have much more to worry about than a dismembered wizard.
Who is also mad. Tyrell, Zoltan Kuhl's death.
300 years ago, I selected Kuhl and 6 others to form the Herodrim. He was a great man who was driven mad by his long quest to hunt evil.
Tell me, why did the Herodrim have to kill Zoltan Kuhl?
He delved into powers not meant for man, trying to fashion an artifact that could fill his empty heart with the souls of angels and demons. The Herodrim had no choice but to slay him. The Order never recovered.
And finally Leah, about Zoltan Kuhl.
I don't like dealing with Kuhl any better than you do, but I see no other way. If Adria says we must, then we must. Uncle Deckard trusted her, and so will I.
I guess we're just trying to use him as a means to an end, really. Oh, Hadrian. About Myra.
Tell me more about your way.
I broke her out in the middle of the night and we escaped. They didn't chase us far. I guess they were glad to see her go.
Not many care for witches.
She wasn't a witch. She was a mystic. Though we didn't find that out for a time. Not until we started traveling with the Vetchin wagon train. But that's a story for another time.
Fair enough. Do I have anything left to repair? I guess I do. No. No. And all of that is pointless anyway, so I'll just quickly salvage it. And put it away. And then, last but not least, I'll check if there's any new weapons. As I said, I'm pretty much only looking for the rare ones. Magic, well, like, white items are just common, the blue ones are magic, yellow ones are rare, and then orange is legendary and green is set items. I quite like these actually. Anyway though, that was it for this episode. I'll stop recording now for a while and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye!